Hello! I have some goodies to show you today, so we're going to start off with a book, um, Oppenheimer, the Complete Screenplay. For those of you who don't know, I do work in the industry, not like I don't work any the local industry, not like like big movies or anything, but so I do film stuff and that, and I am trying to write more scripts, and people have suggested that. A good way to sort of learn how to write scripts and stuff is to read, other other scripts and things. To uh, helps. And I saw this in Waterstones, and I thought, oh, I'll read that. I remember the script for this being very good, so give it a read. Um, Next, we have a classic film on a steelbook of a classic film. We have the Taxi Driver, the 4K steelbook. So previously, this film was only available on 4K in one of those Columbia Classics limited edition box sets, and now it's finally gotten a standalone release, steelbook only, which is a little annoying because not everyone likes steelbooks, but at least you don't have to spend a couple hundred quid to get it with a group of other films that you may not enjoy. So yeah, and actually, this might be worth picking up even if you do have the Columbia Classic set, because the 4K master of this, when it was done, there was an editing error. So it's the scene where Travis Bickle, Robert De Niro's character, is buying some guns, and when the 4K master was done, there was an editing error where like a shot was accidentally repeated. Later on in the scene, it's not that like it doesn't look that out of place, which is probably why it didn't get noticed. It managed to pass through the quality control, and but eventually it was noticed, and it's finally been fixed for the steelbook release. So the disc in this is a newly authored disc, which has the fixed transfer. So the version in the Columbia Classics box set and on digital platforms has the little editing error. This finally fixes it. The 4K, at least, I think the Blu-ray disc in here might still have the editing error. But yeah. So even if you have I mean, it's a pretty minor error. I'm sure most people wouldn't notice it or wouldn't really care. But if that does bother you, and even if you do have the Columbia Classics set, yeah, you might want to pick this up. I think it's a limited edition, the steelbook, so if you want to get it, I would get it sooner rather than later. And next we have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So for those of you who know me, you know that Planet of the Apes is my favourite franchise. And I didn't see this at the cinema because I've kind of gone off the cinema-going experience, to be quite honest with you. And so I haven't seen this yet. It is on Disney Plus. I do have a Disney Plus account, but I thought, this is Planet of the Apes. I want, if it's my favorite franchise, I want to wait till the disc. I want to watch it in the best possible quality. So, yeah, looking forward to watching this. I'm probably going to rewatch the reboot trilogy. So Rise, Dawn, and War before this, because I haven't seen those in a few years. So I'll rewatch them as a refresh, and then watch this because this follows on from those, I believe. But yeah, very much looking forward to checking that out. Next up, we have The Hitcher from Second Sight. This is the standard release. There is a deluxe, like limited edition box, like collector's edition of this film, plus the standard 4K and Blu-ray release. I just meant the standard 4K. This is a really, really fantastic thriller. It's this C. Thomas Howell. That's right, Soul Man himself, C. Thomas Howell. He picks up this hitchhiker played by Rutger Hauer, and he turns out to be a serial killer, and he kind of stalks C. Thomas Howell and goes around murdering people and framing C. Thomas Howell for it, and C. Thomas Howell goes on the run. He has to go on the run and evade the police and try and stop Rutger Hauer. It's a really, really fantastic film, and it's been unavailable for many years. It was released on DVD back in the day, but then that went out of print, and it hasn't been available on streaming services, even, or you just haven't been able, legally, you haven't been able to watch this, and then you could track down an old copy for quite a long time. So in Second Sight, not only have they put it up, but they've also restored it in 4K, and I haven't watched this yet because it only came yesterday, but for people who have gotten this set, who did get it early, I've said that the picture quality in this is fantastic, so I'm looking forward to rewatching this. Next, we have another film that's been unavailable for quite a long time. We have Happiness, the Criterion release of Happiness. Again, this is released on DVD, but it's been out of print for a long time and hasn't been available on streaming services. Although, unlike The Hitcher, the DVD, this was still, you could still get it reasonably cheap, so it wasn't like as hard to get legally as The Hitcher was. So this is one of my absolute favorite films. It's not a film for everyone. It's a dark comedy, but it's very, very dark. It deals with some quite controversial subject matters, and it is very disturbing in places. And it's I can see a lot of people not enjoying this film at all. I really love it though, and again, I'm glad it's. I think the DVD was non-anamorphic. So it was in widescreen, but it was encoded for 4:3. So if you watch it on like a HD or a 16:9 television, it had like black bars. Yeah, I thought it was a 4:3 image. So you had black bars at the side and the top and bottom. So yeah, I'm glad it's not only we got a better release, but it's in 4K. And being a Criterion, it has plenty of extras too. So I'm really, really happy to have this in my collection now. A better release of that. And next is a classic Disney film, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. So this was their attempt to recapture the success of Mary Poppins. It's also got a magical nanny, in this case Angela Lansbury. It's got a scene where they interact with where it's a mixture of live action and animation. I think it even has the same. Yeah, the dad in Mary Poppins, David Tomlinson, also plays the dad in this. So yeah, or is he a dad? No, he's a professor. I haven't seen it, but yeah, he's also in this. So yeah, this is available on Blu-ray, but I bought the DVD because this has the extended version. So bit of backstory. The movie, the original edit of the movie was 140 minutes, so 2 hours, 20 minutes. But Disney decided that it should be under 2 hours, so they cut it down to 117 minutes, and that was the version that was released, in cinemas. And then in the 90s, there was a project to restore the film to its original length, and most of the deleted material got restored. I think there was a couple of bits that, unfortunately, I guess they couldn't find any material for those bits. But it's mostly the full length. It's about 133 minutes. That's PAL speed up though, so it's probably in like regular speed. If it was at the full 24 frames, it would probably be a bit longer. But so yeah, this is the film most restored to most of its full length, and that's the version that came out on DVD. And then for some reason, when it came out on Blu-ray, Disney decided to put the theatrical version on the Blu-ray. They didn't include the extended cut for some reason. I don't know why. At first, I thought maybe the extended cut was only finished in standard def, so they wouldn't be able to do it in HD. But apparently, the Blu-ray does include the extra scenes as bonus features, and they're in HD. So I don't know why they couldn't have just included them in the film as well. I don't know. I think the version on streaming on Disney Plus is also the shorter theatrical version. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't include the longer version on Blu-ray. Since apparently, from what I understand, they spent a lot of time and money and effort on restoring it back in the 90s. You think they would want the longer version available? since they spent money on it, but I don't know why. Like I say, the extra scenes are there on the Blu-ray as special features, but I want to see them in the actual movie because this is the version that the filmmakers, you know, what made. It was cut by the studio. So yeah, that hence why I got it on DVD. This sort of show the importance of physical media, because some of these movies that have multiple edits, when on a streaming service, they're only going to have one edit, and it may not be the edit that you prefer. And finally, we have another DVD, Frankenstein Created Woman. So this is the, you can see it's the Hammer collection, so this is a Hammer horror film. It's the fourth film in Hammer's Frankenstein series. You can watch them in any order, really. The second film follows on directly from the first, but all the others, the continuity's all over the place. So you can really watch them in any order. This one, it's basically Frankenstein. The monster in this film is the creature. It's an attractive young woman. So it's her boyfriend gets framed for a murder that he didn't commit, and he gets hanged for it, and she commits suicide, and then Frankenstein takes her body and I believe he puts the brain of the lover in her, in there, and because she has the brain of her dead lover, she goes on sort of a revenge mission to kill the guys who actually committed the murder he was framed for. So yeah, this is it's one of the better Frankenstein films that Hammer made. Apparently Martin Scorsese's a big fan of this. So yeah, you're talking to Taxi Driver. So yeah, it is a good film, and I might watch this tonight actually, because since it's October, you want to be watching horror films, and you haven't seen this in quite a while. So yep, Frankenstein's Created Woman. That's the end of the update. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've seen any of the films, let me know what you think about them in the comments, and I'll see you next time.